You're in Ikea browsing for bargains, when suddenly your desires are hijacked by a carefully designed psychological maze with only one escape. Hand over your money. And the best part is, you won't even notice. In fact, you'll feel like you're better off from the experience of spending way more than you wanted to. How can a shop steal inspiration from a casino, while also having a cafe that basically pays you to eat there? What is the IKEA effect? And how did a 17-year-old turn a furniture store into an experience that's more like Disneyland? Don't worry, I'm sure that blahage you're looking for is right around the next corner. Or the next corner. Or maybe the next. Let's investigate. One does not simply pop into an IKEA. You clear your calendar, empty your stomach, and prepare for an epic journey, facing long corridors, disorientating showrooms, and moral dilemmas like, do I really need a giant Junkelskog? Somewhere between the reasonably priced meatballs and the £2 lamps, you begin to wonder, how did a cost-cutting furniture store transform into an experience? Part theme park, part casino, and designed entirely to test your willpower. IKEA started as a Swedish teenage dream by a 17-year-old selling pens and wallets in 1943. Fast forward a few decades, and this small-town business had accidentally transformed into a worldwide furniture cult, fueled by the low costs of flat pack, the wide appeal of Scandinavian design, and the delicious taste of meatballs. Except, it wasn't so much an accident. The quintessential IKEA experience is not random. It's a slightly sinister collection of psychological techniques designed to make you care, keep you happy, and convince you that yes, you definitely do need another Billy bookcase. IKEA is most notorious for their flat pack only business model. Like Marmite, you might love or hate the experience of building a dresser while attempting to keep your marriage intact. But before you even set foot in the store, you're well aware of what you're getting yourself into in the name of saving money. What you might not know is that forcing us to follow sets of increasingly vague picture book instructions is benefiting IKEA in more ways than just lower prices. Introducing the IKEA effect. As humans, we are naturally self-centered. Obviously, I'm the main character in my own life, and so the world must revolve around me. Right? Well, this main character energy extends to furniture as well. The IKEA effect is the psychological phenomenon that we, as self-obsessed humans, place higher value on things that we've helped create. Homemade cookies that taste much better than store-bought, despite adding way too much sugar? IKEA effect. Your emotional dependence on that wonky Billy bookcase you've had since your first flat? IKEA effect. The reason you keep crawling back to IKEA every time you need an upgrade, despite memories of breakdowns over missing screws at 1 AM? Yep, you guessed it, IKEA effect. By making you part of the furniture buying experience, IKEA not only keeps their costs low, but emotionally invests you in the furniture that you're buying, making you like the things that you buy from them just that little bit more. Your bed frame is not just a bed frame, it's a small act of self-expression, even if it does squeak every time you roll over because you put it together wrong. Those instructions are confusing. Tragically though, IKEA doesn't have a make-your-own meatball station, so there must be some other reason why those taste so good. This might be a controversial opinion, but my first stop on any IKEA trip is the cafe. I know some people like to save it till after, but let's be real. You need to be fueled and ready before entering the never-ending furniture maze that is the rest of the shop. And if I've already driven a few hours to start my ultimate IKEA day trip experience, then I'll definitely be needing meatballs before I go any further. Thank you. Despite not being Swedish, there is something so nostalgic about the iconic IKEA meatball. It's honestly one of the main reasons I go to IKEA in the first place. Maybe it reminds me of school dinners, or the comfort of pre-Jamie Olivered beige children's food in general. But they are just so good. And don't even get me started on the value. A plate of meatballs and chips for £5.50? In this economy, sign me up. But don't let the lure of delicious meatballs fool you. They exist in the store for the sole purpose of psychological warfare. Instead of letting the epic quest for furniture hunting be interrupted by lunch, IKEA cleverly removes the obstacle of customers leaving to grab a bite to eat by capturing your heart and your stomach with delectable Swedish goodies. And with prices so low that you'd think they sold flat pack cinnamon rolls, why would you even want to go anywhere else? They have taken a leaf right out of the Costco playbook. A fed customer is a happy customer, and a happy customer spends more money. Satisfied with your reasonably priced meatballs, you're far more likely to spend more money on other items with a higher profit margin, like that giant Junkelskog you saw on TikTok. The more time you spend in the lawless land that is IKEA, the more money they can claw from your fingertips. And you'll still feel like you got a good deal with that hot dog that you paid less than £1 for. Tasty treats, maze-like lines of people, and a gift shop at the end. No, it's not Disneyland. Welcome to IKEA, your local furniture theme park, where every showroom is a ride, and the gift shop at the end feels much more productive. If I walked from Cinderella's castle into an IKEA somehow, I don't think I'd notice that I was suddenly in a furniture store. I'd just think that Anna and Elsa had gone into the homewares business. Yes, I know they aren't technically Swedish, but it's a whole Scandinavian vibe. What I'm trying to say is that the theming of an Ikea is on point. Instead of Fantasyland, there's a carousel of show kitchens, and you'll leave with a selection of reasonably priced cutlery instead of Mickey ears. Both Disneyland and Ikea are huge fans of theming. While Disneyland uses their carefully curated layout to convince you to spend 90 minutes waiting in line to take a picture of someone wearing a Goofy costume, Ikea bamboozles you with sleek Scandinavian design and Swedish names that have far too many consonants in to possibly pronounce. It must be high quality if I don't know how to say it. Further adding to the exotic gift shop vibe, they offer a selection of Swedish sweets that you can probably only find in an Ikea if you don't live in Sweden. From flat pack chocolate mousses to frozen waffles and biscuits, the international supermarket vibe adds to the novelty of the experience and further immerses you in the Swedish Disneyland theme that they've got going on. It's just like It's a Small World, but with more adult responsibilities. The start of any Ikea trip is filled with promises destined to be broken. Statements like, "I only need one thing," and "this time I'll only get the stuff that's on my list," are said. Somewhere deep down, you might even believe them. But both you and the Ikea casino know that you don't really mean them. Because once you step inside, your senses are overwhelmed. Scented candles flood your nostrils, and the sound of poor financial choices rings in your ears like slot machines. There are no windows in the depths of an Ikea, no clocks, no contact with the outside world. The warm lighting tricks you into a perpetual feeling of it being 2 p.m. Like Vegas, but with 50p dinner plates instead of poker tables. Time and money slip through your fingers, like an Allen key down the back of a sofa. But you don't notice, and honestly, you no longer care. You're happy, full of meatballs, and busy dreaming about the life that you could have if you had a bathroom that looked just like that one. Maybe you could be a minimalist, you think to yourself. Another lie. You girl math your way into believing that you saved money with that £3 cushion that you've collected, despite having already committed to redoing your kitchen earlier in the day. Like a gambler down £500 who wins a tenner at the last second, you leave delusional but triumphant, and with a better way of organising your shoes. These sweet savings and well-organised showrooms are engineered to make you feel as though the lifestyle that you want is within reach. You're not just shopping, you're succeeding at being an adult. One flat pack box at a time. These psychological tricks in a trench coat, pretending to be a friendly neighborhood furniture store, are what has made Ikea the cultural behemoth that we know today. Everyone knows the experience of a trip to Ikea, even if you've never been. It's so deep in the cultural zeitgeist that it's been parodied in The Simpsons, as all good things are, and was even made into its own Sims 2 expansion pack back in the day. Because even virtual people yearn for affordable Swedish minimalism. When a brand becomes a joke on The Simpsons, and a downloadable lifestyle, that's when you know it's more than just a furniture store. It's an icon. In conclusion, Ikea truly is a unique shopping experience, immersing you in dreams like Disneyland and manipulating your sense of time, value, and logic like a casino, but with lower priced snacks. You walk in willingly, knowing full well you will spend more time, money, and effort than originally intended, and that you'll walk away satisfied all the same. Alongside now beloved cabinets, with bits of MDF poking out because you put something on backwards, Ikea sells you hope that the right underpriced storage solution might just help you hold your life together a little longer, and the feeling of being a successful adult who's finally getting their stuff together. That is, until you realize you have to try and fit a flat pack dresser inside a Mini Cooper. Whoops.